are Christians hypocrites? Whether you're a Christian or not, you've probably heard that challenge before. In fact, not too long ago, I went to speak with a skeptical group of skeptics and agnostics and atheists, and they were asking me a ton of questions. And at the end, I asked them if I could ask them questions. And I said, what bad impressions do Christians leave? And I'll never forget, a college student said this. He said, stop the hypocrisy. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, I have a friend who's a Christian who's always railing against the immorality of homosexuality while he's drunk. And he's right, there's hypocrisy. So how do we respond? Well, if you're a Christian, I think instead of getting defensive, the first thing we need to stop and do is just say, is there some truth to this? Have we as a church been hypocritical? Have you or have I been hypocritical in my own life? Now you might say, well, others are hypocritical. What about atheists? And what about postmodernists and secular humanists, whatever it is? Well, that doesn't matter. As Christians, we're held to a higher standard. So if we really want to be heard, we need to take a look at how we're living. Now, if you're a skeptic, let me ask you this. If Christians are hypocrites, does that mean that Christianity is false? And I think if you're honest, the answer is clearly no. Christians could be hypocritical and it could be true. Christians could be hypocritical and it could be false. How Christians live has nothing to do with whether or not the message is true. So could it be, this may be true for you, may not be true for you, but could it be a smokescreen to avoid the truth of the message? But third, whether you're a Christian or not a Christian, if you have a problem with hypocrisy, then guess what? There's only one person who's ever lived who's not a hypocrite, and it's Jesus. Even Friedrich Nietzsche, the great atheist, said there's only one person who's truly a Christian, and it's Jesus. He spoke out against hypocrisy more than anybody else. So don't criticize Christianity just because Christians fail to live up to the standard, whether they do or whether they don't. Judge it by its own merits. And if you have a problem with hypocrisy, there's nobody better to follow than Jesus, the person who spoke out against hypocrisy and the only one who truly lived a consistent life.